What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Sweezy NBA channel. Today we are talking about the top 5 best candidates for the Most Improved Player award this season in the NBA. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. My first player that I think has a real shot at winning the Most Improved Player award this season is Trey Murphy III from the New Orleans Pelicans. Trey Murphy III is shaping up as one of the more intriguing Most Improved Player candidates this season because of many factors, such as the combination of his skill set continuing to grow year by year and the opportunity that's in New Orleans right now. With the Pelicans looking to optimize their roster around Zion Williamson, Murphy is expected to take on an expanded role rather than remaining just a complementary 3-and-D option behind Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. He has already shown flashes of being a reliable scorer, averaging around 14 points per game in just 28 minutes last season. And whenever he's been given starter-level minutes, his production has jumped towards the 18 to 20-point range. Murphy is an elite three-point shooter, hovering near 40% for his career, and with more attempts, he could emerge as one of the league's most dangerous perimeter threats. But beyond his shooting, he has steadily improved his ability to attack closeouts and finish at the rim, making him more of a complete offensive weapon. What makes Trey Murphy especially appealing as a candidate this year is his efficiency combined with his pure athleticism and shot-making ability. He's the type of player who can handle a bigger scoring load without sacrificing shot quality, and his highlight dunks and defensive versatility suggest that he can make an impact on both ends of the floor. And then from a narrative standpoint, voters tend to reward players who make the leap from solid role player to borderline all-star, and Murphy fits that mold perfectly. His path is starting to look very similar to past winners like Brandon Ingram in 2020 or Pascal Siakam in 2019, both of whom went from efficient complementary pieces to the main figure in their team's scoring. If Murphy can push his scoring average closer to 20 points per game while still maintaining efficiency, and if the Pelicans establish themselves as a decent team in the Western Conference, he'll have a compelling case to bring home the Most Improved Player award for sure. My second player that I think has a real shot at the award this year is Deni Avdija from the Portland Trail Blazers. Deni Avdija is entering the season as one of the most popular picks for Most Improved Player, and his situation in Portland makes him a strong candidate to make the leap. After spending his early years in Washington as more of a defensive-minded role-type player, Avdija began to show flashes of offensive growth last year, averaging career highs across the board and proving he can be more than just a glue guy. Now on a young Trailblazers team with Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe, Avdija is expected to have a larger role as both a playmaker and scorer. His versatility is his biggest asset. He can handle the ball, push in transition, create for others, and still provide the defensive toughness that made him so valuable in Washington. If Portland continues to prioritize his development and gives him the touches he lacked with the Wizards, his numbers could keep jumping significantly. What makes Avdija a particularly compelling Most Improved Player candidate is the combination of opportunity and narrative here. He has the chance to go from being a solid, under-the-radar role player to a foundational piece for a rebuilding team, a storyline that voters like to reward sometimes. His game already shows balance. He's a capable passer, rebounder, and defender, and if he improves his perimeter shooting while raising his scoring closer to the mid to high teens, he'll round out as a complete two-way forward. The comparison to past winners like Pascal Siakam or Julius Randle is clear. Both broke out once they were trusted with a bigger offensive role and became central to their team's identity. If Avdija thrives in Portland's system and the Blazers show signs of growth, his leap in production and visibility could very well put him at the front of the Most Improved Player race. My third player, who I think could really make some serious strides this year, is Bennedict Mathurin from the Indiana Pacers. Mathurin is already another strong candidate for Most Improved Player this season, largely because he's in the perfect position to take a significant leap with the Pacers. In his first 2 years, Mathurin has already shown he can be a dynamic scorer, averaging double figures right away as a rookie and building on that with flashes of 3-level scoring potential. But what's held him back so far has been consistency and opportunity. Coming off the bench for most of his early career limited his touches, but with Indiana embracing him as part of their young core alongside Tyrese Haliburton, his role is set to expand. Mathurin has the skill set to thrive as a secondary scorer. He's aggressive attacking the rim, capable of drawing fouls at a very high rate, and has steadily worked on improving his outside shot. If he raises his efficiency from three while maintaining his slashing ability, his scoring average could jump several points this season, especially with him having a definite increased role this year with Tyrese Halliburton out for most likely the entire season. From a narrative standpoint, Mathurin checks many of the boxes voters look for in a most improved player. He's already proven he belongs in the league, but now he has the chance to elevate from an exciting young scorer into a reliable, near all-star level contributor. His athleticism and toughness also make him a potential two-way impact player, especially if his defense catches up to his offensive ability. Similar to past winners like Brandon Ingram or Victor Oladipo, Mathurin's case is built on natural talent finally being unleashed with the right role and opportunity. If the Pacers continue to stay a relevant team in the Eastern Conference and Mathurin emerges as a consistent 18 to 20 point per game scorer next to Pascal Siakam this season, he could easily find himself near the top of the most improved player race. Another player that has a strong shot at the most improved player award this season is Amen Thompson. Amen is positioned for a fantastic year with the Houston Rockets. As a rookie, he showed flashes of elite athleticism, defensive versatility, and playmaking, but his role was limited due to injuries and the Rockets' guard-heavy rotation. But in his second season, Amen took a massive jump into becoming one of the best defensive players in the league already. Now, with 2 years of experience under his belt and Houston looking to accelerate their climb into playoff contention by adding Kevin Durant, Thompson is set to take on a bigger role. His unique blend of size, speed, and court vision makes him a mismatch at multiple positions. He can initiate offense as a point forward, attack the rim in transition, and defend anywhere from guards to wings. If his outside shot improves even modestly, along with his overall scoring ability, it will open up his game in ways that allow him to become a consistent double-digit scorer alongside Kevin Durant, Fred VanVleet, and Alperen Sengun. What makes Amen such a compelling most improved player candidate, though, is how much room he has to grow statistically. He averaged modest numbers in his second season, so even a jump to around 15 to 18 points per game and 5+ assists per game would feel like a massive leap, while still being realistic for his skill set. Voters also love narrative arcs, where young players go from intriguing prospects to undeniable cornerstones of a franchise, and Thompson fits that storyline perfectly. If Amen can become less of a liability on the offensive side of the ball while still anchoring them defensively, he'll have the production, role expansion, and narrative momentum to emerge as a frontrunner for the Most Improved Player award this year. My last and final player that is a bit of a wild card for this award in the upcoming season is Scoot Henderson. Scoot is set up as one of the premier candidates for the award because of the natural trajectory of his development and the situation in Portland. His rookie year and 2023-2024 season was bumpy with injuries and inconsistent efficiency, but by the end of his sophomore season in 2025, he had already started showing flashes of star-level production. Now entering his third year, Henderson will hopefully have both the experience and the full trust of the Trailblazers organization to lead the team. With Damian Lillard hurt and Portland pretty much in full rebuild mode, Scoot has the ball in his hands a lot of the time as their clear franchise cornerstone, honestly. That level of responsibility almost guarantees an increase in usage, giving him the chance to put up the kind of raw numbers that voters look for in a most improved player candidate. From a skill standpoint, Scoot has everything you'd want in a young guard poised for a leap. He's one of the most explosive athletes at his position, able to break down defenders and get into the paint at will. His playmaking vision is already strong, and as he continues to refine his decision-making, he could realistically average 7 or more assists a night. The biggest swing factor is his shooting. If he can raise his three-point percentage to league average, his scoring could vault into the 20 points per game range while still being efficient. That kind of leap, paired with his natural leadership and highlight reel explosiveness, would immediately elevate him into the most improved player conversation. What makes Henderson's case especially compelling is the narrative behind it. Voters love when highly drafted players who struggled early flip the switch and blossom into stars, similar to like what Ja Morant in his second year, or even Cade Cunningham's recent leap. If Scoot capitalizes on his expanded role and shows that he's the centerpiece of Portland's future, his combination of production jump, storyline, and highlight level impact could make him one of the strongest candidates for the 2026 Most Improved Player Award. That will do it for today's video on the top 5 best most improved player candidates for this upcoming NBA season. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll keep pushing out content for you guys. That'll do it for today, and I'll see you guys next time.